Since the reveal of Hogwarts Legacy's gameplay trailer, the developers have been very consistent with their presence on social media. We've been getting informative tweets with updates, new pictures, and most importantly, new clips with brand new looks of Hogwarts Legacy. And since not everyone has Twitter account or time to keep up with all the updates, I thought it would be a good idea to put all those clips in one single video. Hey there friends, how's it going? I'm Ben Snow, and these are 10 clips of Hogwarts Legacy that you could have possibly missed. And stay until the end of this video for a bonus clip that Chandlerwood posted as I was editing this video. In the first clip, we get a detailed look of 4 differently customized avatars, featuring all 4 Hogwarts house robes. Now, this is a very simple little clip, although it made me realize something very interesting. See, these robes are unique to our main character. If you look closer, these robes have these contouring, outlining stripes that go all around the edges of the robes and the sleeves. And I haven't seen anyone else wearing these robes except our main character. Everyone else has just regular, non-striped robes. I wonder if someone gave these robes to us at the beginning of the game, or are those prefects' robes maybe? But how would you become a prefect if you just started studying at Hogwarts? I don't know, you tell me. I wonder what you think about this. The second clip is of our main character flying on the broom through the Forbidden Forest. Now this one is my absolute favorite because look at the massiveness of those trees. Look at those gigantic roots. Like, this Forbidden Forest is just straight from the movies. Then as the character keeps flying further, it reaches some sort of lake, or more like a swamp, with a half-destroyed, narrow wooden bridge. We can see a pair of giant purple toads, or bullfrogs in there, or at least that's what I think they are. Fireflies flying around, and the road continues leading deeper into the woods. Wonder where that road leads to? And the amount of detail that is shown in this small clip is just mind-blowing. All the different types of vegetation in the swamp, the color and texture of the water, the lanterns on the edges of the road, a fallen tree, and especially the lighting and the atmosphere of the Forbidden Forest here is on par. By the way, if you look closer here, you can see a few dozens of spiders crawling down the road. Then maybe this road leads into the spider lair. But who knows? In the next clip, we have a character firing off a couple of spells while standing on some sort of piedestal. I'm not sure if that's a word, but whatever. Like a podium. Well, that thing overlooking the body of water. I don't think that's Black Lake, because I don't think that's Black Lake. But I don't know if this is a part of a class or a practice area, but to me, it seems like this area is not technically part of the game. I feel like this was just created to showcase the spells. You know, like in a menu, you're gonna have the appendix of the spells, and then if you hover over or click on any particular spell, then you'll have this animation somewhere in the corner showcasing that spell you selected. I think that's what it is. Number 4 is a clip with a close-up look at Hogwarts banners of different shapes and colors. This is a different angle of the hallway we saw in the trailer. We can see 2 different versions of Hufflepuff banner, 3 versions of Ravenclaw banner, there's one Gryffindor triangle, and a main Hogwarts banner that features all 4 Hogwarts houses. Again, I will be pointing out the details here because look closer. You can see the freaking threads and the textures of those banners. We're gonna move on. Okay, now there's a lot that is going on here in this clip. First of all, the elephant in the room is a centaur that is flying into the shot, and then the character hits him with a spell, and he goes nuts. By the way, we have 2 spells spoken out loud, Confringo and Depulso. And also, there's an interesting moment here in the beginning. Do you hear these 2 little squeaks? Right? So, and at the same moment, the character's wand starts to sparkle. And he kind of shakes it off, you know, like, ooh. Then he casts Depulso. It makes me want to think that that's what happens when we fail to cast a spell by hitting the wrong buttons of a combo. We get this cool little animation of a failed attempt at spell casting supervised with this sound cue. Really cool. And the last thing, this clip actually gives us some clues to the story and possibly the plot of Hogwarts Legacy. So, first of all, this clip confirms that centaurs will be involved in battles in the game. But it also confirms that they will be fighting on our side. Well, sort of. Because we see a centaur here in the corner fighting a dark wizard. Now, centaurs don't really get involved in humans' business. They're always kinda to themselves. So it makes me think that the reason why the centaurs are fighting is because it is personal to them as centaurs. And this does link up to the theory that I've elaborated on in my old video about the story of Hogwarts Legacy, that this dark wizard organization is trying to weaponize magical creatures and use them to their advantage. And they also need to use and exploit our main character's talent, which is the ability to sense and use the ancient magic. I'll put the link of that video at the end of this video so you can watch it later. But yeah, who could have thought that this little 9-second clip could reveal so much? Yeah, I know. I'm a nerd. Moving on. In the next clip, we get a new street look of Hogsmeade Village, looking out onto this little stone bridge. I believe this could be right by Madame Puddifoot's tea shop, mostly because of the tables. But with this clip, the developers let us know that we are going to be using the Flu network to fast travel across the vast lands surrounding Hogwarts. And I believe that's what those little icons were on this cutout of a map. My only question is, are we going to have an unlimited supply of the Flu powder, or is that something that we're going to craft/buy? Also, remember those flying sheets of paper that we collect in the trailer? Looks like they aren't only limited to Hogwarts grounds. Now, both clips 7 and 8 provide us some more looks on combat. And it makes me want to think that these clips are part of one location. Though clip number 8 has a couple of interesting moments. In this clip, Chandler Wood wanted to showcase new character customization options, as well as the new Slytherin robes. Though some have pointed out that those robes have some weird mechanics going on, and others noticed this enemy NPC running into a tree and moonwalking in place. But the best part is that in the next clip, the developers address one of the issues. As a response to those comments, Chandler Wood posted a tweet saying, "Rest assured, robe physics are alive and well." And indeed, the clip that came with the tweet shows the improved robe mechanics. I mean, they look amazing here. And I think this transparency with these bugs builds trust with the audience and lets them know that their feedback matters. But with that being said, I hope that another robe-related issue has been or will be fixed. Because there's quite a few moments in the gameplay trailer where character's arm would go through the robe. It's a little thing, but I just wanted to point it out. Before we get to the last clip, I wanted to quickly give you a few honorable mentions that didn't make it into the list. Because most of them aren't even clips, yet they are not commonly seen and are pretty interesting. A picture of a new dungeon with 2 characters, a snapshot of Protego spell, a set of highly detailed house patches, a secondary option of a house/cottage that we can have in our sanctuary in the Room of Requirement, the exterior of Zonkos in Hogsmeade Village, a closer look at both Ranrok the Goblin and Professor Fig, and the ASMR video called Hogwarts Legacy: A Rainy Spring Night that gave us new looks of Hogwarts grounds and the Hogsmeade Village. At number 10 is the clip that was recently published by Chandler Wood that featured a newly customized character wearing never-before-seen clothes, as well as Sebastian, who is having some issues. This clip is actually really funny. Like, they put some house music on top of it. I can't put it here because copyright, but you can play it later on. I'll put the link in the description. It's hilarious. But also the location where all of this is happening is an interesting looking dungeon. that I believe is a part of the same dungeon that we've seen in the gameplay trailer. We saw the same stalactites and stalagmites in this shot with a boss. Then these railings and columns repeat in these shots as well. So yeah, this is one giant dungeon with lots of different areas and levels that possibly will unlock as we progress through the story of Hogwarts Legacy. Because in the beginning of this clip, you can see these wave-like ripples. And when I did my breakdown stream, some people pointed out that that could be some sort of barrier or maybe a curse. We were unsure. But keep in mind that these are not leaks. These are not any rumors. All of these clips are official snippets of the game posted by the developers. And the fact that they are posting all of these bugs and glitches shows that they are confident in what they show. Bugs and glitches are part of the process. And with the clip of the rope physics, it shows that they are tirelessly working on fixing these mistakes and are polishing the game. I believe that is the reason why they had to delay the game. They needed this crucial time to fix all of these things and actually finish the game. Something that Cyberpunk didn't do, or perhaps chose not to, because fixing all of these bugs and stuff means employing more people for longer. By the way, this makes me wonder, what is the budget of Hogwarts Legacy? Something to talk about in another video. And just as promised, here's the bonus clip. The clip gives us some stunning looks at some clothing elements of the characters, like this coat with Ollivander's pin, this very sharp looking 19th century's menswear, some highly detailed goblin armor that low-key reminds me of Assassin's Creed outfit, and also we got another sneak peek at more character customization options. I wish this video wasn't 3 pixels thanks to Twitter's compression, but like, they look so realistic, like especially when they look into the camera. I'm like, my brain glitches for a second, like it's almost uncanny. No, it's not uncanny, it's just good. They look so realistic. Like, there are just some angles, like, this is a real person. Is this Chandler Wood? He kinda reminds me of the... He kind of reminds me of Chandler, this guy right here. Yeah, low key. But people at Avalanche, you are doing an amazing job here. Like seriously, this is beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Thank you so much for your passion to this project. All of the fans really appreciate it. Also, I couldn't put it here because copyright, but this clip is supervised by this very calm, really magical, very Harry Potter type of soundtrack. And I think it's part of the game, I think. But here's the video that I mentioned earlier about the story, and here's another one that I made for you. Guys, thank you for watching. I'll see you next time. Oscar, you farted. You farted bad. Oh.